Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GameStar TV2. We are bringing you the WSL Season 2 Grand Final match between Team Volker and Super Kawaii. Both of these teams are from Wellington College. So Wellington College representing here and showing up with a massive effort, cleaning out the grand final positions. So who is going to walk away with the Supreme Award? Is it going to be Team Volker? Is it going to be Super Kawaii? Well, stick to GameStar TV2 and we will be letting you know exactly who it is. My name is Crisis. I'm joined in the studio by EJ.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in for this grand final. Going to be an epic grand final. Crisis. We've seen both of these teams throughout the qualifiers up until this weekend, and we've seen them both on this weekend, and all I can say is we're in for one hell of a game.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. These are the top two teams in the WSL, and they're playing for the top kudos, not just in their school, but also in the Wellington region, and they are also playing for a part in the round of 8. The top 8 teams in the Oceania Secondary School League. So a huge amount going on in this match in terms of what these teams can walk away with. So we're into Champ Select, and we've got Team Volker on the left-hand side. They will be blue side first as the top seed, and they are represented by Grelb, Clue, Core Invin, Eyes, and Poon.
And on the other side? Which
on
one did you
side?
just go for it?
Just the blue side. So Super Kawaii are on the red side tonight, or the purple team, depending on your view of things. Super Kawaii represented by Menacol, Mid, Elite Member, Reptox, and Posmeal. So
now, Crisis, I understand there's also a lot on the line for tonight. The winner of tonight's match gets a special bonus qualification.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention. I already spoke about that.
Oh, were you? Shit.
Yeah,
no,
they're going through to the... there's 8 spots available in the Oceania Secondary School
I'm actually
League.
pimping out on social network this cast.
Oh, fantastic. So, yeah, whoever wins this match, it's a best of 5. Whoever wins this match is going to go through to the 8 top teams in Oceania... in the Oceania Secondary School League, and I'm not going to say that name again. I'm just going to call it the OSSL. So if you Google OSSL League of Legends, you'll find their Facebook page. So head on over there, give it a like. It's got 613 likes already. Let's try and get it to 700. Woo! Okay, so let's have a look at the picks and bans that have been going on here. So Team Volker have banned out Yasuo, Evelyn, and Syndra. Not sure why the Evelyn, because we haven't seen an Evelyn for, I don't think, any of the WSL games that we've carried out. But Yasuo, we saw Elite Member dominating in the semi-final on the Yasuo. So he's been knocked out. Syndra, again, not really sure why the Syndra ban. It's not that it's a bad ban necessarily, but we haven't seen Elite Member on the Syndra, so not really sure of his capabilities with that. So anyway, Syndra has been knocked out. On the Super Kawaii bans, we've got Lulu, Morgana, and Oriana knocked out. So Lulu, a lane bully, and I don't know whether you'd say that Lulu is a counterpick to the top lane, which is probably going to be Grelb's Jace. But I suppose, let's have a look. It's going to be Jace versus Rumble at the top lane there. Very, very interesting. And that's when I throw to you, EJ, and you tell me why it's interesting.
Well, it just is. It just makes for a fascinating matchup.
So Menacol on the
skill
Rumble.
Skill versus skill, Q versus Q, R versus R, dude. It's going to go off.
That's the one. So Rumble...
I listened to Mendrix yesterday, man. He just says, oh, they press R a lot. They got to say that a lot. Okay.
Rumble is a resurgent champion. We've seen him come to the fore through Worlds. He was first played by Dyrus in the World Championship, and since Dyrus picked him up, he's been picked over and over and over again. And the nice thing about Rumble is his R, called the equalizer, really is that. Rumble can be far behind, but as long as he gets an equalizer down during a team fight in the right position, it can really turn things around. And if you look at what his R does, what his R synergizes with, well, mid on the Jive and 4 is going to lock people onto that R, and man, it will onto the equalizer, and that is just going to devastate in team fights if they can put it together. Meanwhile, Fizz, Elite Members Fizz is going to be an assassination master, and I suppose if he can get his Chum the Waters position correctly, hold him onto the R again. So really this is all about holding people onto the equalizer. Even Brahms' ulti, the Glacial Fissure, if it's aligned perfectly to that equalizer, it's all about that equalizer and just destroying in team fight. So heavy team fight based comp on Super Kawaii. Now they're going up against Team Volker, and Team Volker, well, they've picked lane bullies in the first place. Ziggs, Jace, and Caitlyn, all lane bullies, and Pune sitting there on the Janna, who has also seen a resurgence, is great at disengages. So we've got a perfect counter really to the team comp of well, not necessarily a perfect counter, but they've got a good counter against a team fighting comp that Super Kawaii has brought in, because they've got great disengage, great control of the battlefield through the Ziggs there, and fantastic poke from Ziggs, Caitlyn, and Jace. So, interesting matchup, I guess, EJ?
Yeah, looking forward to it too. I've seen both these teams throughout qualifying, as well as we'll be casting the other team, the Team Kawaii team, earlier with their semi-final. We saw them struggle in the first match and completely dominate the second of that. So they're coming into the grand final on very hot form, and we understand Volker did their semi-final 2-0 as well. So fairly even as far as, I guess, form into the final. We haven't seen a lead member play Fizz during our broadcast, so it is going to be new to watch what he does. He's the best player on that team. Simple as.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, I'm just thinking about the earlier games. You know, we saw him on Xerath, and we saw him on Yasuo, and he definitely seemed to have more of an impact as the Yasuo than the Xerath. And Fizz, I would guess, is a lot closer to Yasuo in terms of his team fighting style, or his play style. You know, he's an assassin, he's got great mobility, and he wants to get into your face and punish you for your positioning, whereas Xerath is a much more passive type of champion. So I've got to say his Yasuo was better than his Xerath, so I'm looking forward to his performance on the Fizz. Of course, the problem with the Fizz going up against a Ziggs is that Ziggs has got a kit that's all around slowing down your mobility, taking advantage of you know, mispositioning and poking you constantly. So it's going to be all whether Elite Member is going to be able to use his Playful Trickster, which, you know, will get him out of dodge and make him untargetable for the duration, and whether he's able to use that to the correct effect. And of course, whether Core Invent's going to be able to work around the Playful Trickster and punish Elite Member for using Playful Trickster incorrectly.
Ooh, very exciting. Call it on the skin battle, dude. I think it's a fairly clear-cut victory.
Yeah, 4 skins across the top. So happy about that. Full Metal Jace and Mecha Kha'Zix. So a little bit of synergy there in terms of the skin battle. No Headhunter Caitlyn though. So should have got Headhunter Caitlyn. That's an awesome skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would have gone in, you know, with the whole metal type of mecha type of spirit.
I don't know, Rumble in the Jungle looks pretty good.
Rumble in the Jungle?
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, for a moment there I was confused because Synergy had a champion, a player whose name was Jungle Rumble.
Ah, they did.
I was thinking, no, what's going on? He's not playing. So Rumble in the Jungle, you wanted the pool party skins to go.
Kicking back with his pina colada. He's having fun.
Well, we're on to the Rift, the Fields of Justice. And that's weird. I've got a 7-minute timer going. Is that where yours is at?
8:20. Mine, I'm at live.
Yeah,
But,
I'm at live as well, but... Wow, that's weird.
well, last game I had an 11-minute one.
Oh, there you go. It's zeroed out now, so that's cool.
All right, sounds
Yeah.
good.
I'm on 012,
Yep.
13,
Yep.
40.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, let's hope we see some early invade. Someone picks up an early gank and really throws the cat amongst the pigeons here. This is game 1 of a potential 5-match grand final.
Woo.
Team Volker.
Best of 5.
Oh, indeed.
So we've had 2-2-0s in the semi-finals.
Yeah, exactly. So they're coming in hot form, both of them.
Yeah.
The Kawaii boys and the Volker boys. Playing for a final 8 spot in the Oceanic Schools League's grand final tournament. As well as prizes from the wonderful Steel Series.
Yeah, shout out to the sponsors, Steel Series of the WSL. Some fat loot.
Shout out to the organisers as well for putting on such an awesome tournament.
Oh, Eyes going through and just putting a smacker, just a little bit of poke onto a couple of his opponents and wandering dangerously close to this river brush over here where Posmil and Reptox are waiting to put some damage down. So very defensive positioning, EJ, from both of these teams.
By the blue team particularly.
You kind of get the feeling that Jarvan might be looking for an invade, and then he backs off and decides to go around to his blue.
I thought Jarvan was just trying to bait them out into the river so the other two in the bush would jump them.
Yeah, but they did nothing, didn't they? They didn't take advantage of that.
True.
So at this stage, no real vision of any of the buffs from either of these two teams. So no deep wards. They won't know where their champions start. They'll just imagine, I guess, that J4 is starting at blue because he showed himself in the river down at bottom. And game is on.
The first wave of minions are there. And we got the lane engagements just beginning. All right, let's get it on. This is grand final time. Team Volker, Team Kawaii, get some!
Oh, I've been trying to... Okay, just take it away, mate, because I'm trying to fix the title of the stream and it's not letting me.
Not a problem. Bit of pokey poke in the bottom, bit of pokey poke in the middle, and a bit of pokey poke at the top. It's all poke action here. Oh, Poon's in a world of hurt, drops down to about half health here. Posmil gets a nice one off in the bottom on her. So she pushed a little bit forward there as to Jaina and got picked off. But natural heal ability and coming back strong. Menacole getting worked over in top lane. Gil doing a good Jace there, a good job with the Jace. So we have a fairly even reaching of the 2 stages. No first blood yet. 3 minutes down. Money's dead even. Game underway. So Reptox is the Lucian, just taking a bit of heat hit the bottom, but he does have Brawn with him, giving him his super shield to back up, which is always handy. Little bit of pinging around the middle here. Have we got an early take? J4 mid's just poking the river. Oh, Clue's going after him. We could have a bit of action at Baron here. He's called him down, sends a long range shot out. Nicks him. Not too bad though. Back down at bottom. We have Posmil and Reptox just camping under the tower. Reptox taking a heap of damage so far.
Alright, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. That was weird. Twitch had logged me out, so I was trying to update the title, and it kept on saying, no, there's an error, mate. So we're up at the top lane. Menacole on the rumble, as expected, falling a little bit behind. Down in the bottom lane, Reptox taking a lot of damage and looking very, very worse for the wear. Now, Caitlyn is a lane bully. And we did say that that Team Volker had picked lane bullies, and so we kind of expect things to go this way at the stage. In the mid lane, things pretty even between Core Inven and Elite Member, so nobody worried over there. The difference, though, is that Elite Member needs to get kills. He's an assassin, he needs to pick up kills, and he needs to get the snowball rolling on. And right now, he's not in a position to do so.
No, we are 4 minutes 42 in, almost at the 5 minute mark. No first blood yet. No signs of a first blood coming. Fairly standard, as Crisis said. Start to the match as expected.
Oh, the flash comes through, and
Whoa.
a beautiful Howling Gale from Poon. He absolutely says, hey, just back right off. Knocks up 2 players.
Yeah.
And that is a wasted flash for J4. He
Totally
was hoping
stuffed
to
the
get
game.
a flash
Yeah.
and then combine it with his flag and drag, but unable to do so because of
Oh,
great
he's going to come back down the river, though, and can try and backdoor Jana here.
Yeah, he's got his red buff, so is in a good spot to do that. Doesn't get the knock-up, though. Another Howling Gale. He'll get a touchdown onto Eyes, who now
Oswald
is eating
comes
the
in.
Braum passive. This is the best chance.
Reptox joins.
Oh, he eats an exhaust, but the heal comes through, and he manages to get away. So lovely, lovely passage of play there, and Eyes and Poon managed to get away with, just by the skin of their teeth, really.
No, nicely done. Great escape. Good teamwork.
In the mid lane, Core Inven is going to go in on a lead member, and we've got Clue coming through for a gank. Gets the slowdown, but mid is there for the counter engage.
Yep, backs him up.
Wow, mid might actually get into a bit of trouble here. He's flagging and dragging away from Clue, and that is really the best way to
Menacol's
do.
pushing down river towards them from top. No, changes his mind.
Yeah, changes his mind. So Lucian and so Reptox, Posmil, both getting pushed out of the lane. They're trying to blue pill, but Reptox has been stopped by the Howling Gale. So Posmil says, alright, I'll stick around too. Which is fair enough, I suppose.
Alright, Menacol taking a heap of damage up top from Jace.
Whoa, and I just slipped away. So hit the backspace, mates. And head down to the bottom lane. Reptox decided not to blue pill, and he's stuck around. And this is going to be the death of him. Literally.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
he
we
goes
go.
in super aggressive. Sorry, picks up the first blood. Sorry, it was Lucian taking down Caitlyn.
It was,
and
Lucian
a
on
fantastic
Caitlyn.
play there. In fact, so nicely done by Reptox. Nice aggressive play there on the Lucian together with Posmil, and that is the Caitlyn lane bully knocked out of the lane.
6:45, 6:47, I should say, on the clock. We got a fairly even money count going on. 1 kill to nil. And it is a close match indeed here to start off the grand final. Pressure on the top lane tower at the moment by Jace and his minions. Menacol's got it under control though.
Yeah, and he's not really far behind. I mean, yes, it is 10 CS difference just about, but that's okay. Menacol's not going to be too worried about that. You know, it's not like we saw in the LCS last night, overnight, where Soaz on the Rumble was, like a 30 to 50 CS behind at some points of the game. So he's holding his own more or less, and as long as he earns enough gold to get his first Magic Pen item before they go into team fighting, he's going to be quite
Should be okay.
right. Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so Wise has got a bit of a free push on down the bottom here at the moment. We had bottom lane just coming out. Braum's coming back down though to put a stop to that.
Yeah, so
But
they're
they got
getting
a bit of niggle on the tower.
Yeah, good damage. Let's have a look at what's going at the top. The equalizer comes down, and it's defensive for Menacol to get away. Grelb almost taking him down there. So nicely done.
And it's on in mid as well.
Yeah,
And,
in more ways than
just
one.
have-
Mid
just
as
have
the
call-
J4.
Boom, boom, boom.
Like, why would you call yourself that? M1D. Maybe that's what his name is, M1D. It's not actually mid.
Well, it's mid from now on.
M1D or 3. Reptox goes in. Oh, to his
Reptox might have
detriment
made a
because
mistake.
Clue is there to turn things around. He uses the culling defensively to get away, but in the end, Clue takes down Reptox. And he was just over aggressive, and they didn't have a vision in that bottom lane there. So, unfortunately,
And Poon's
for him,
still coming in, giving a bit of niggle.
yeah, Posmil is going to get zoned out by Poon. Nicely done there. So great little gank coming through the lane, up through the brushes. And, well, I mean, it's kind of an unforgivable mistake, really, because there was no vision in the river, no vision in that bottom brush. And and Reptox decided to go super, super aggressive. In the mid lane, Farm Fest more than anything else, really. And Fizz is winning, if you look at that. Look at that CS. He's 12 CS ahead. Nicely done. And I mean, I'm surprised that he's 12 CS ahead, because I would have thought that the harass from Ziggs onto Fizz would have been much greater than it actually has been. So Elite Member just absolutely not worried about the damage that Core Invent can put out at this stage.
Nope, doesn't appear to be. Just at the bottom
and
lane,
Grelb going mano, they're just 1 versus 1ing and just exchanging damage. Menacol gets through the overheating.
But we've got someone coming up the river here. Clue's trying to help out.
Oh, Menacol is in trouble. He drops down the equalizer. Once again, it's defensive to try and get the slow. He doesn't have a flash, so he gets taken down. And another successful gank by Clue's Kazakhs. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Elite Member versus Core Inven.
And they're taking out Dragon.
Yeah, so this is a good move from Super Kawaii.
Here comes Jana and Iso to cause a bit of grief.
Yeah, it's not for free. There's the Glacial Fissure coming down onto Poon. Long range Demacia call out as the Cataclysm goes out.
Oh yeah, nice
and
play. Picks up a double.
Hit the backspace because in the mid lane we're going to have Core Invent going up against Elite Member. Elite Member gets a nice little troll in the brush there onto Core Invent, drops down everything including an Ignite and picks up the kill there just as Mid picks up his kill on the J4. So it's 3 for 2 at the 10.5 minute mark, EJ.
Yeah, absolutely. No towers, or sorry, 1 tower down for Volker.
This is a good response.
And that's going to be 2, actually. They're pushing that top lane pretty hard.
Yeah, Team Volker doing a good response there to the pressure down on the bottom of the map. Since Clue was already up there and there was no chance that he was going to be able to get to the Dragon for any attempt on a steal, they just pushed that top lane, picked up their first turret, and pushed all the way down to the second.
Oh, Menacol just menacing around red. Telling those people to get out of his brush.
Yeah, good wardage there, so they've got great vision in their own jungle at the moment. But he's now, I mean, firmly behind. 30 CS behind. He's lost his turret, and we'll have to see whether he's going to be able to freeze his lane and just kind of survive. Try and catch up, maybe. Of course, Jace could appear anywhere on the map now because he's killed his turret, and well, he's highly mobile as a champion. So
and as you can see, he's pushing in now to cause a bit of grief. Mid's going to come around behind Core. Maybe not. Backs out.
That's the J4, not Jace.
Oh, sorry. Down here. Sorry, the Jace is the glebe.
So Reptox picks up another kill down in the bottom lane, but Clue is there to get the reply, and so it's a 1-for-1 down there. And I've got to say, support for an ADC. Don't know if that was the best exchange. Although that said, you know, the ADC killed the support, and he would have picked up some gold. So Lucian with the BF sword he's got all of the components for a for his Infinity Edge. And very happy. Core Invent eats a chum of waters. He's going to go down as well. Lovely little pick there from Mid. Oh, Mid is in trouble.
And Clue
gets the reply. Elite Member jumps over the wall with the playful trickster and is running for his life at the moment. Posmil is there to support him. And, well, he's now going 2 versus 1.
Yeah, possible. Oh, because Posmil's got backup. Here comes the crew.
He gets taken down. The Glacial Fissure, just the tip.
Oh!
Gets Poon, and Poon is going to go down as well. A double kill for the Fizz.
Fizz got 3.
Elite Member has 3-0-1 and almost 100 CS. He has got the snowball going.
Yeah. No, that's why he re-engaged. He had buddies coming down from the jungle.
They've left the Dragon behind.
All right, so up in top lane, we've got a bit of griefing going on. J4's pushing through. Mid's trying to push through and push Glebe out of there. Grelb, I should say. Poor bastard got his name wrong all match.
So he's out of the jungle, but he's managed to get a deep ward into the jungle right there near the red buff. So that's going to be important for them. We'll see whether he's able to use that information later on to actually go in for an invade on the red. So Reptox left on his own in the bottom lane, and he's quite strong at this stage. Still hasn't gone back to spend his goal. We've got J4 coming through with a Cataclysm in the mid lane. Grelb looking to spoil things. Really, Core Invent and Grelb now pushing this mid lane. Elite Members pushed out and has to blue pill.
Yeah, no, they'll get this tower.
Well, I mean, they will, but I think Mid was just a little bit too cautious there. Full HP, maybe. And he didn't try and defend it at all. So
All
this
right,
is an interesting build
Dragon's
that
going
Rumble
down
is
at the
going
moment.
for, because he's decided to go for his Zhonya's first. So he's rushing his Zhonya's rather
Okay.
than building Magic Pen. So I think the most effective early item for a Rumble is a Haunting Guise. And he's decided not to go for that Magic Pen early on. Which is weird. Should have done so. It makes the
All right,
equalizer so
Poon's
much
getting a
stronger.
bit of harassment in the bottom. Pulls back into the lane. Got
Oh,
eyes.
it's nothing. It's so painful for a support to put down a pink ward and just watch it get taken down. Now Reptox might be in a little bit of trouble. Beautiful Monsoon forces the flash from Reptox. He's in range to get a culling down though. The fight is on in this tribe rush, and in comes the Tumble Waters, picks up a double kill. The long range equalizer just to turn things around really. But it didn't need to turn things around. Posmill is in real trouble here if he doesn't get out of the lane. But right now, with 9 and 5, the kill score, Super Kawaii looking very, very strong.
Yeah, they've lost 2 towers, but they're heading the kills. Behind in the money.
I guess it just goes to show, it proves the point yet again that it's not all about the kills, it's all about the objectives. That said, these outer turrets can fall very quickly once you've gotten control out of a team fight. Jace going in like a man in amongst
Jace
3
gets
champions
smashed.
and gets taken down. Boy.
Yeah, he had no chance. Absolutely none.
That's really the strength of the Brown because he just got his stand beside me.
Now
And,
Poon's taking it, but manages to pull out. Caitlin giving a bit of support there, back up by Eyes.
Oh, Reptox may be in trouble. Jace comes through, gets the heel bait through, and Eyes goes down. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Well, he tried to get the heel on, but that was a great little piece of burst from Eyes.
And they didn't need to lose those 2 battles then. That was those 2 lives. That was unnecessary.
Oh man, I missed the mid lane. I was just watching what was going on in the bottom. So we're going to have the 3rd turret out of 3 getting taken down by Team Volker. So at the moment, we've got Team Volker just edging their way into a 3,000 gold lead simply by focusing on objectives. So they're behind in kills, but that's not the most important stat, is it?
Well, if they got a strong late game, it's kind of irrelevant. They'll get their equipment earlier and come through and kick ass.
He just bought the Haunting Guys, KFCJR. That's why. So his first item was the Seeker's Arm Guard.
Ah, okay. Yep.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure he didn't have a Haunting Guys when I was talking about it. So he's gone back and bought it now. I thought he was rushing the Zonyas, but he was just getting there.
Posmill and Reptox are going to push through bottom here. We've got a lot of spam in middle. Looks like a big Team Volker mid push. Mid's going to come across and just slow that down.
So Reptox will kill this turret at the bottom lane and then try and rotate up for the defense of this mid lane.
Which is exactly what they're doing.
Maybe clean up a pink ward on the way there. There's a bit of an engage going on in the jungle. This is very dangerous for Team Volker. Menacol could get an equalizer down in these narrow passages of the jungle, but in the end not able to. Well, he decides not to because he didn't really have the support of the rest of his team there. And Team Volker now rotating up to the top lane, takes out yet another turret, so it's 4-1 at the moment.
Yeah.
Equalizer comes down, the
flash
comes through, the Cataclysm from mid, and he gets out, but he gets eaten alive
Lucian
by
unloads.
the Zigzag. And it's crazy. Reptox goes to the chase on. He's chasing after Clue and Poon. In the meantime, we got Eyes trying to pick up a kill on a
they've let Clue and Poon go.
Very, very hurt. Posmill is the last man sticking around. It's now going to be Eyes versus Reptox in a bottom lane defeat. Menacol comes through and supports him, so he picks up a kill there. So in the end, 1 for 2. So KFC
that was great work by Menacol then to come back and help out.
What's that?
Great work by Menacol to come back and help out then.
Yeah, for sure. So KFC Junior insists that there was a Haunting Guy. So I was maybe having a boys look. Going to the cupboard and looking for the coffee and saying, there's no coffee! Meanwhile, it was right there in front of me. So he definitely had a Haunting Guys, apparently, when I was talking about it.
We're coming up to 19 minutes in the game. 13-9 is the kill score. We got a 3k advantage and a 4 tower to 1 advantage to Team Volker. But the kill advantage in favour of Team Kawaii at the moment.
The Dragon's up in a minute, which means that the teams will start to posture around a little bit to try and gain vision. That said, there's just the one ward down in the river brush. Poon's heading through for some deep warding into the enemy jungle. Gets one down, and he'll head on around, possibly get another one up near blue. There you go. Nicely done. But a push on the mid lane first up.
Big push on mid lane there. Poon coming in, trying to cause a bit of grief. Eyes starts onto the tower now. The whole team's there. Lucian tries to defend bravely and does so. Pushes them off the tower.
Yeah, he's used his culling. And, well, you see Lucian's doing this all the time, so I'm not going to say that it's the wrong thing to do. And they've just held off one wave. Another wave will come through. They've got okay wave clear, but not as good as you'd have if you had a Ziggs. So they're going to get on with the siege once more. And now kind of, they're just being very wary of Menacol coming through with a flank. And that ward that Poon put down just before this engagement or this period started is paying absolute dividends. Menacol might get caught out here. He's got no vision. He walks into a brush. He gets eaten by Core Invent.
Wow.
And there is another ulti wasted as well. So there's not going to be a Chum the Waters available. So this dragon is easily going to go to Team Volker.
All right, we've got a bit of action happening in the jungle here at the moment. Yana has pushed through. That is Poon in a world of hurt. Got Gel with her as the Jace coming in. The action's going down. Oh, I don't think it's going to. Jace goes first. Picks up Lucian. Picks up a double. Brings it back to 12-14. Oh, this is going to be a lot closer than we thought, Crisis.
Well, I don't know if you would call this a close game. They're now 5,000 gold in the lead. We're officially
And
into the mid-game.
5-1 towers.
5-1 towers, just 2 kills behind, but they have control of the map.
Yeah.
And they're able to get picks. They've got great vision. They're able to, like, those wards in the jungle that were put down by Poon meant that there was no way that Super Kawaii were going to be able to engage on them. So fantastic siege in the mid lane, picking up a couple of kills, taking down that secondary turret, and keeping pressure on the map. So very well done from Team Volker. Yes, KFC Junior, there are going to be, well, this is a best of 5, so this is the first game of a best of 5. So it's quite possible that we're going to have more games after this.
Highly likely.
Highly likely.
All right, so back into mid lane action at the moment. We've got the push coming down. They're going to try and take this mid tower.
And
they're going to get it fairly easily.
This is just no reply at all from Team Volker. Nobody really but Poon available to defend. And, well, not really sure why. I mean, they had a bunch of players that were wandering around in the jungle area. Maybe they were focusing on getting vision around this Baron area. You can see good wardage down for the red team. And now they're coming down. They might have actually caught Clue out. But yeah, so good wardage for the red team, but not really great wardage from the blue team. So not really sure why they weren't defending their middle turret, EJ.
Oh, he's picking on Gelb here. Gelb, but he pulls away.
Yeah, Jace has got a great kit for avoiding getting picked. He's got a knockback, so he can knock back and then run away fast to get a little speed boost. So, not too worried. Everybody's in the mid lane, though. It is an ARAM right now. Well, not so random. It's just everybody mid. And on the retreat is Super Kawaii as Team Volker comes along with their gold advantage. Equalizer goes down, the engage is on. Chum the Waters misses everybody, even though we've got Demacia, the Cataclysm holding people down. We've got 5 very low members. Jace has gone down. It's now a 1-for-1. Grom doing the business and being the sacrificial lamb. 5,000 gold difference. And Poon at the moment just... whoa, long range headshot. Reptox eats it and saves. Actually, was it targeted at him? I don't know if it was actually targeted at him.
Well, I got him.
Yeah. So just not enough damage at the moment coming from Eyes. But look at them. They are cleaning up the jungle and taking the red buff away from the opponents. Nicely done. So lots of pings now around the Baron. The Baron dances on. Nobody's actually got vision in the Baron pit. And it's like they don't want to have vision in the Baron pit, so nobody's putting the walls down. Ping goes
All
down
right,
from
so
Super
we are
Kawaii.
24 minutes into the match, ladies and gentlemen. 24 minutes and 16 seconds. We only are 2 killed behind for Team Volker, streaking ahead now in the money, and 3 towers ahead.
The thing is that that gold differential can very, very quickly drop. So you're going to get about 1,000 gold, global gold per turret that gets taken down. So you take another 3 turrets.
It'll balance out.
It will more or less balance out. Yeah.
But it does give them an advantage to buy their items earlier and have a slight advantage in that way.
Well, absolutely. And if we look at the gold on these two teams, the Team Volker have just done a big spend. So they have spent all of their gold and picked up their items. So they'll be looking to take advantage of this 5k gold lead with a team fight relatively soon. And it's going to be a big question whether the equalizer is going to be able to do just that, equalize the stakes. In the last team fight, EJ, we saw Chum the Waters miss all the players, and that's
totally
not really ideal. If you can get Chum the Waters to land on a player who is standing in the equalizer, that is toast for that player. So
yeah.
now this is dangerous. We got just two players. Core Invent uses his Zonya to avoid Chum the Waters. The engage goes down. Lovely equalizer, splitting up the teams. Menacol, though, getting focused by Clue. There's this tunnel.
It's in a world
of
hurt.
An absolute death trap.
It's a 4 down.
It is 4 for 1 in exchange there.
Oh, it's going to be 5.
It's going to be an ace. Core Invent gets taken down. The White might pick up a little bit of damage. But that is a fantastic play. And that is a passage of death that was created by Super Kawaii, and that is what their team comp is all about. Now, we saw Menacol do this in their semi-final games. He's straight away teleported to the top lane to push the top lane and see if he can get a reply and take down this turret.
Meanwhile, Posmo punches a ward. All right, so they've respawned. Team Volker pushing back into action now. They've lost that top lane turret, as Crisis was saying there. We saw that play in the last match, and it worked quite well for them.
And one team fight, and a turret later, and the gold lead is down to 2,000.
Yeah.
Well, it's gone from 5k to 2. So that is just an incredible turn of events for Super Kawaii.
So Dragon's back up if they want to have a crack. He's there to have a play with. And it looks like that might be a go.
Well, it's going to go like there's only 3 players from Super Kawaii that are going to be able to contest this dragon, and they don't even get there in time.
No.
5 players from Team Volker paying attention to the objective and taking it down, nice and easy. So just re-extending that 1,000 their gold lead by 1,000.
All right, so we got a big bottom lane push coming in here by Volker. They are going to meet some resistance, though, before they hit the tower. We've got the entire team from the Super Kawaii coming over to cause some grief. And a little bit of a skirmish, Crisis, not too much so far.
Yeah, Mid at the moment looking for an opportunity to get his Cataclysm down and scare everybody by yelling Demacia in their faces. And I think that initiation will be the signal for the rest of this incredible AoE
was in a bit of
down.
trouble then.
Lots and lots of poke, though, going down from Team Volker, so it's going to be very hard to defend and win a team fight if you eat so much poke. And in fact, that's what we see happening as Super Kawaii just backs away from the turret, and they're kind of hanging out behind, but they're conceding the turret.
And they're losing some vision as well.
Oh, I said they were conceding the turret, but they bought a little bit of time with the culling. That said, there it goes down. And Multiple Eyes walks away with the credit for the building destruction. And objective achieved, they back up.
Yeah, totally. No need to push forward.
Yeah, they've all got about 1,000 gold to spend, so off they go. Go and spend their gold, come back for the next round.
And we got the ward trade-off going off at the moment in the bushes.
So if you look at the conditions for victory here for Super Kawaii, they need to fight in enclosed spaces. They need a channel to be able to put down the equalizer and then stack all of their AoE on it.
Yeah.
In comparison, we've just seen how easy it actually is for Team Volker to siege a turret and take it down. And
Yeah.
so that is what they're going to be looking to do. Stay in the open and take down turrets. Now, that's going to be difficult to do because they've now taken down all of the outer turrets. It's 6-3, and their only new options are these 3 inhibitor turrets, and there are walls all about to channel them into a single spot. So this is going to be the real test of their ability to make their team comp work.
Lots of spam around Baron. They're pushing across there to mid. We might be going to see an engagement. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, Team Volker is setting up for... They're going to hope to get a siege going here and just poke as they did before. Reptox is just trapped outside of the wall. Gets himself back in there. We might have an engage. In fact, we do. Mid has gotten himself way too far again. The equalizer comes down, and unfortunately, it was just the rest of his team not ready. Glacial Fissure is a defensive move from Posmil. Unfortunately, just not able to do it. And the ping's now going down onto Baron after successfully just really smacking Super Kawaii in the face with their competition. They're going to go through Baron.
Yeah, clever play there. They've got a 2-man advantage. They're not going to come and try and disrupt.
Yeah, they can't. There's no way. Super Kawaii cannot contest this. Especially with Poon on the Janna. He would have been able to just zone them out quite easily with his skill set. No problem. So that's a 30-minute Baron.
Yep.
To
30
Team
minutes.
Volker.
30 minutes, 55 on the clock. 4-kill advantage for Team Kawaii, but they are backpedaling at the moment. 6 towers to 3 down. And we're back out to about a 6k gold advantage after picking up Baron.
So down the bottom lane, we've got a nice big minion push. Going to get a few taps onto this bottom lane turret just as Grelb arrives and goes, money. Helps himself to that. Got a purple buff. He's feeling pretty swag. I was going to say feeling pretty kawaii. No, it's not a best of 3 Mystical D, it's a best of 5. Grand
Best
final.
of 5.
Yeah.
And it's what we want to see, you know. Gives teams great opportunity to demonstrate their skill over a longer period of time.
So with that Baron and a pretty good team fight if you're on Team Volker, you're going to be feeling pretty happy about a 7,000 gold lead.
Yep. A 3-tower lead.
And they're slowly pushing up the mid lane, and they're going to set up what has worked for them 3 times in a row now, is just to set up around a tower and siege. So
and wait for one of them to make the mistake of launching in.
Yeah, like mids, it's a good idea. That's their team comp is all about mid getting in the midst of the opposing team and locking them in place with the Cataclysm. And, well, he could do that again. It's just a question of whether he's able to do it and have his team in range. The score is 0-0. This is the first game. Arga Morath.
Alright, so we've got Volker coming in towards the mid turret now. As Christ has said, it's Pokey Poke Town.
Yeah, they'll just siege indefinitely, although they haven't really gotten any damage yet on the turrets. So right now, the siege defense going pretty well if you are Super Kawaii.
Turtle up, Kawaii boys.
So they'll just hope to not eat too much poke.
As minions come through.
There you go, finally a couple of hits onto the turret. Lots of poke coming over the walls from the Ziggs. And that turret is now in serious trouble.
Down to about a quarter.
Yeah, and look at that lovely poke. So Jace's Grelb's Jace getting good shock blasts through. And, well, we'll have another minion wave here pretty soon. And then it's going to be tickets for the turret.
Gone.
Yeah,
Tower
it's gone. Glacial Fissure comes in and misses everyone. So that's going to be a bit of a worry. I think that was a bit premature from Posmil. Doesn't happen to him often.
No, so they're onto the inhibitor. Inhibitor will be down.
Cataclysm comes down. The equalizer stacks on top of it. It's all on right now. Poon gets them on soon. Tries to get the reset. Reptox gets a rampage and drives them off, really. Menacol goes down. Grell might go down for his troubles, though. The GA of Reptox gets procced, and he comes back to life. And right now, that is a successful defense, really, a 1 for 2. And, well, not
and they'll
really
just walk in now and take the inhibitor.
They're still going to lose the inhibitor.
Yeah.
So Elite Member might hope to clean things up. He was coming through with the home guard boots, but unfortunately not able to get to anybody in time. And the ping's going down onto the dragon. So this will be what, the third dragon?
Yeah, third dragon for Volker.
They'll be happy with that. They've got an inhibitor, they've got the Baron, they've got 3 dragons in a row. And the gold lead now at 7,000, 8,000.
Oh, almost 10k.
9,000, you're right. Wow, that dragon's worth a lot of gold.
Sexy dragon.
And still behind in kills. So,
yeah.
You know, 22-17. But they've just absolutely dismantled the map so far. They've got the whole of the mid lane open. And just proving over and over again, they've got great poke, great siege.
Yana's picked up her locket now, so that'll help her as well in support.
And even though they're getting driven off, they're able to take the objectives before they are driven off. So, what is
as far as minion waves go? It's fairly much in favour of Volker at the moment, pushing across the map.
Well, Super Kawaii had a nice minion wave building up there in the top lane, but if you were watching the mini-map, you would have seen the Mega Inferno Bomb from
Alright, we've got a potential near blue
wave.
here. Bit of a poke from both teams.
Lots of pings going down
looks
from
like they're going to try and
Team
take
Volker.
this bottom lane, Chris.
Yeah, they're going to focus on the bottom lane, and what they'll want to do is they'll want to try and create pressure on that bottom lane, open it up, and set things up so that they can take the next Baron, which spawns in just over a minute's time. So what Super Kawaii need to be doing here is they need to drop some wards down outside of their gates, just so that they can see exactly where the poke is going to be coming from, because Jace is positioning himself on the outside of the walls and firing through accelerated shock blasts over and over again, and you kind of need to know where he is so that you can anticipate those shock blasts and then avoid it. Shout out to Maslow, bro. He says sup to hide it. Glacial Fissure comes through the Cataclysm as well. Monsoon resets once again, and this is looking a lot better for Team Volker. In comes the Mega Inferno Bomb. A flash from Boone. Trapped Menacol with the Howling Gale, and he uses his Sonya really just to save time between when he's going to die, you know, whether it was now or in 2 seconds time.
Wow.
In 2 seconds time, Elite Member, it's his last roll of the dice.
He tried hard. He tried hard.
Well, he actually takes one, and he's fighting the shutdown. Goes down onto him though, and that is 2 inhibitors down. The focus from Team Volker.
That's game 1.
Turret, and you are right, that is going to be game 1. Game 1 to Team Volker.
Yeah, now they were strong, Crisis, that whole game then. They were down in kill counts, but they were strong. They had good tactics, drew it into the open, played their style.
Yeah, just the one team fight went against them, and that was where they engaged in that jungle channel, and they learned their lesson very well. It's almost as though they said, hey guys, our team comp is not a jungle fighting team comp. Our team comp is a siege comp. Let's just stick to sieging, and they did a fantastic job of it. So fantastic.
MVP for game 1?
MVP for game 1.
Maybe Clue, he had a pretty strong game. 8, 4 and 12.
Yeah, all right. Yes. Yeah, I mean, he set his lanes ahead. He did a great job as the jungler. So, Clue picking up MVP for game one. I've had an invite straight away from Win Mazar for the next game. So, let's head on over to the new lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in just a moment with game number 2 of the grand final match between Team Volker and Super Kawaii.